Hello everyone. So, just a quick sound check as always. Hello everyone. Perfect, that works. Fantastic, nice to see you all. And welcome to another live stream here on this channel. Fantastic, nice to see you. Today we have some new tasks that we got. For example, Minu, yeah, exactly you. Hey, welcome. How are you? So, Minu created us an issue. And what I would like to do is taking a look at it, maybe fix the bugs. Getting rid of my own sound. And it's extremely hot here, so I'm really hoping that my brain is not frying in the meantime, because it is really crazy hot. And so I thought we can also work on some code. So at the moment there is just the intermission, but we will change that in a second. So let's go to solo screen. Here we go. And no, there's just music running in the background. I hope this is not too loud. Okay, so what I want to do is first take a look into the issue, because what happened is Minu found some very interesting problems here. So for example, you found a lot of text content wiggling still, even though that we removed that actually, or we tried. Hello Manoj, nice to see you, hope you're well. And what he found is also that the text is getting blurry in web for different screens resolutions, which was really interesting, where we have to take a look into. Hey Stefan, nice to see you. So first of all, I would like to verify the whole thing, and Minu tried also, or prepared us also a solution for that. But he couldn't get, I think he also found an issue that he wanted to link here. And this issue contains the information because there is a blurry rendering on different screen resolutions. And it seems to be closed in the meantime, so there happened something in the last couple of days. So, Chromium, why has it been closed? Is there a reason? So where's the problem? Well, if we make the screen resolution smaller, so for example, if we go to our new Flutter explained.codemagic.app, then we can see that here perfectly fine, right? But let's see if we can reproduce the issue in the first place. So what he's done is he used his development tools to click on this nice little icon, and here you can select different screen sizes for different mobile devices, which helps you to work in responsive design, especially in web. So for example, he used the Moto G, and I think it got blurry for him, right? So let's have a look what the issue says exactly. Moto G4, content is wiggling, align as per text animation happening, also getting blurred. So let's have another look. I can't reproduce that here, but we can see the wiggling up here. So you can still see that it's moving around. So that means we have the first breaking point at a screen size 360 to 640. That means we have a different breakpoint. And if you remember, our breakpoints for mobile devices are way smaller. So if we take a look into our responsive widget, which is currently living not here, not here. Responsive widget, we just say that a mobile device is usually around everything below 680, and we don't really take care of that. And if we take a look of our Jumbotron, where the animation happens all the time, we use currently the fitted box. So the idea was that we don't have to care so much about smaller screen sizes. Interesting enough, what I don't understand is why it is not getting as a row displayed, right? Because we said that whatever is smaller should getting rendered in a smaller device. So I don't really get that at the moment. So why is that not possible? It seems like the newest version is not on the CodeMagic side, or did we not merge the last branch into it? I thought we had a pull request open. We closed that one. Improve responsiveness. Yeah, so I thought our website should be now one below each other. So if I take a look here, we can see on the master branch, usually it should be now like this, right? Yeah, but as I said, the the version on CodeMagic side is currently still old, right? So we have here a column with 2 elements, but actually what we want is a row. So, or at least this is what we have. So I think what we have to do is now go to codemagic.com and check out our build, if it has happened and if it has released correctly. So for that, I will go back to our CodeMagic part. This is now a build overview, so I remove the stuff from the URL. Log in. Yep. So I have to do that off screen, sorry. No, works directly, perfect. Single sign-on for the win. And now let's have a look. So we had the last one, which is build. And it was actually master, and the commit is 2FB1426. So if we take a look now into our repository, 2FB1426. So actually it has been built and deployed. So the question is now why it doesn't work. So if we turn that back to full screen size, so I take away the editor. Inspect, get rid of that. No, here it ignores it completely. Oh, that is interesting. Could it be that the macOS desktop is behaving differently than the web in that area? So let's start up our application in web to take a look here. In the meantime, where this starts up, I can once more thank you all for your support. It is amazing. We had the last couple of days like 200 new subscribers, and it's like flowing in our YouTube channel. And as a lot of people say, I'm getting like a kind of influencer, which is a bit weird. And so thank you very much. I'm really happy that we can share that code stuff together. It's really amazing. It has a min size, yeah. So here in web, it's also working locally. So most likely it is a little bit different problem. It seems more that we have the problem now that it is not really published, whatever we have. If I go on a Motorola, you can see the problem is not there. It should work, actually. We have here console error that it can't find the favicon. That is all right. We can fix that in a second. But it seems that our CodeMagic has not deployed correctly out of some reasons. Okay. How could we now identify if this is the case? Let's close that off. I think if we are going to that website, can we find somehow the version of this part? Because it actually doesn't work, right? We can directly see that. Can we see the publishing step? Publishing artifact web zip to that address. Interesting. Okay, so if I restart the whole app now in an incognito browser without cache, then it seems to work. Most likely our cache is not resolved. So if I'm going here again to Flutter explained .codemagic.app, and now I'm showing you a little trick that comes from the web development. Thank you, Mino. Today there's also something different. I have Discord open because the Jingo project has started now last week or this week, and I have to be a little bit active so that we get all the messages if someone is asking a question or something like that. So I hope this is okay for you guys. So we dock that part for a second. And what I want to show you is now if the dev tools are open in the Chrome browser, you can make a right click here on that circular and you can click on empty cache and hard reload. With that, all the cache is getting removed from the Chrome browser and it reloads a new the website in the newest version. It's pretty interesting that a new version is not automatically identified from Flutter in that case. Look at that. It looks completely different. So, but did it solve our problem is the question. So if we go to inspect and we search for our Motorola, for example, so is it still wiggling? No, it looks pretty fine. Would you Call that solved, Minu. Is that what you would like to see for your issue? Did you even have this version of the Flutter app? Like where it's getting like a column instead of a row? I think you even checked it out, right? And worked on the project. So let me have a look into the issue once more. Not that I'm understanding it wrong. Additional information of video there. Okay. Horizontally, yeah, sure. So let's have a look. And I can make them also a bit bigger. I think the dev tools are very hard to read. So like that. We have selected the Moto G on that side, no, right? So that's good. Oh, I see right now that the image is a little bit cut. I'm sorry for that. Let me check if I can fix that. So the display capture here. Right click, transform. Ah, I know why. No. Keep that like it is. We have to do something else. I forgot always when I'm in stream, I currently use a different size of the display here. Where is it? Go back. Here. Then we can scale it a little bit up. And I think now it should fit, I hope at least. So. That explains why you don't see everything from the screen here. So. So I can check the video too, of course. So the video was on Twitter, right? So for that I have to switch quickly my screen and search on Twitter. Taha Minu, here we go. Just a second, where is it? This is something else. No, is it here in the video? No. Ah, here's the video. Up. I should have opened the. So here we can take a look. I think Mino created it, so he runs the whole thing. Get app. Ah, you're running it on Edge, okay. But this is a Chromium, right? So it should be exactly the same. Okay, now it's getting a row, so this should be fine. Okay, and now you say it's blurry, right? It's very hard to see. Okay. So the problem, I can't really relate to that, right? So what would that be as a screen size? We can see that, I think, if you move it. So during the creation here. Ah, no, unfortunately not. And then we have an overflowing text somewhere. I saw that seconds ago. Yeah, here, so on the iPhone 5, it's getting overflown. And on the Surface Duo, okay. So, but for the overflow, we will just make a scrollable content, I think. So, and then we have to check. No worries, no worries. It's all good. What is this now? Window device pixel ratio matrix 4 failed. Okay. So then let's see once more. So motor content is wiggling, also getting blurry. So the question is now again, why do we have not the empty cache and hard reload? So, okay. So I can't really see that wiggling from that scroll view here on the top. Should be pretty fine. I don't know. It is not blurry, or it is not from just that I don't see it. It's really not blurry. Maybe it's just because of the browser. I'm currently in Chrome, so you said something from Firefox, right? So maybe I should change that. To the right, increase the size. I don't know. Maybe you can check it on your browsers. You get still that blurry effect. All right. As I said, it is an open issue of Flutter. Maybe they still work on that whole problem. And maybe we find there that's why we have different problems there. Also, what I don't do at the moment, I think that run app that I do with that Chrome here could lead that it just executes the main as a web. So I could imagine that we don't have a platform specified or anything. So if you just enter Flutter run and then I think Chrome, then this happens. On the other side, I mean, that thing is already built, right? So it should be done. Covered up as animation. All right. I don't know how we proceed with that problem if I can't really reproduce it. If someone can reproduce it, it would be fantastic if you can add it to the issue here. I keep it open for now, but for now I would keep that. The only problem that I see is more that overflow, right? So this is really an issue that we don't want. So for example, for the iPhone 5, I think was it. So now down here, the buttons are getting hidden. And I think the text is now also wiggling a little bit because the font size is now too big, which is pretty good to know. That means after a certain amount of width, which is 320. So we could say something that everything below 400 gets another font or something like that. So where did we do that? I think the font size we changed here, but we left that, right? We changed that then more in the responsive part. So if we take a look, we used, I think for that, the home screen where we have our responsive widget. And we have only a mobile body and a desktop body. I believe you, Minu, that is not the issue. The problem is I can't really fix something that I can't see. It's pretty tough. So. Okay, so we said the smaller devices need a scroll container, or what we also could do is just decreasing the font size. I think that would be already enough. So this responsive widget is currently just with a tablet breakpoint, but we have maybe another one, right? So like an extreme small devices or something. Yeah, would be great. Maybe it's also just a browser issue or something that you have to update something, or you have a size, a zoom or something inside. But even with zoom, I can't. It's really a bit weird. Yeah, so currently we have our tablet breakpoint. We know now 680 is the tablet breakpoint. And what is mobile? Everything. Diamond's max width is bigger than the tablet breakpoint. So everything between 680 and 1280 is for us a tablet. And now we need also a super small device or small devices, which would be everything below 400, in my opinion. Hey AKS. So an actual or new mobile phone would be surrounded by, or let's say 350 maybe, a bit bigger than 320. So we can say that everything between 350 and 680, below 360, all right, sounds fair. So everything below 360 is a small device, 360 to 680 would be a mobile device. So I changed that to mobile device, I think. Or mobile device is good because the last part, so everything between 0 and 360 would be for me super small devices or something that I maybe don't want to cover yet. So here we would have another if else part where we ask again against the dimensions. Max width is bigger equals to the mobile devices and max width is smaller than the tablet breakpoint. Then we would return the desktop body. It's the opposite around, sorry, my fault. So we would take that away. Yep. And we make it the other side around. So we have an if up here, which has this part. And nothing. This is the K small devices and leads to a return of what do we return? Small devices, right? Smallest devices? What would you say for that? So small device, I'm not really happy with that, but if you have a better name than small would be perfect. I would call it legacy, but I think it's not really a legacy thing, right? Else if. And here we have to add that it is this way. Compact devices, oh that is nice. That sounds at least better than small. Breakpoint. So this is between this one and... Oh, wait. Like that. And the diamonds dot max width. And I think the second one is the wrong way. Perfect. Okay. So the compact devices would be the first thing that would happen, and we fall back to the mobile body. So in the worst case, if there is no compact body set, we will always fall back anyway to the mobile body. On the other hand, we could also change that to the compact body. So here it would be mobile body or the compact, and here we would always fall back to compact. So and in this case, our mobile body, which is not anymore correct, would be our compact body. Have to change the this part here. Hup. So I will always take the smallest part as the default. So that is the reason, and the mobile home would not fit anymore correctly, but we will check that in a second. Yeah, but what we can do now is we can still create our mobile body that gets this one, and now here we could have also a compact home. Hey Robert, nice to see you. Hope you are well. So. And this would mean we would have here now even smaller devices. So I don't know if this makes sense, but maybe in the future we should have here different, for every screen size that we create for these different homes, maybe a directory that we call like responsive containers or something. GitHub Actions is really a beast. Do you want to combine it with Flutter? Then it's even harder, I think, especially if you want to publish something. But I think you can write a perfect blog entry for that, because I also written once one, and it got like still gets daily viewers. So I highly recommend you that. So we have the compact home, and this compact home is more or less the same like the mobile home. The only thing is it though? We have that hero animation on top. Maybe we can just say that we want to get rid of some parts there. I have to think about it. Overriding Firebase files, building web, building iOS, building Android. All right, so the whole in one package. We'll create a video from that. Yep. Jumbotron and hero animation. Have no clue if it is successful. So, still not working as we expect. That is fine. So what I want to do now, I want to give that hero, the Jumbotron, what we have currently. We could now pass all the way down all the stuff. I don't like that yet. Why would we create a compact home in the first place? I mean, it would help us if we just want to remove or change the font here, the font size for these. So instead of doing all that with the compact home, which is still a good idea, but maybe not yet, it would be maybe better that we jump into that and we would just go into the Jumbotron and surround our text here. I have a solution for that. Really? Oh, fantastic. For what? For this problem here. So, and here in that case, I would like to... All right, you don't like the fitted box, I know that already. So let's get rid of it. So the fitted box made some issues here because the fitted box was always just make it dynamic, the font size. Now we have more the problem that it's still jumpy. So my idea would be that we make a layout builder here surrounding it. And instead of a child, we have a builder with a context. Up, and it returns us the diamonds. Or constraints. I think constraints is the name from the builder. So the builder is a layout builder and it gives us a context and constraints. So the idea, diamonds or, no, I think I keep it with that. Hide always null. You think so? Ah, because of column. That could be. Let's check that out. I would like to not async. I want to check that too. Up. And let's print for us the diamonds.maxWidth. And what I always also will print is the diamonds.maxHeight, just to see what is inside. A size widget? This is now the web server. That makes no sense. We can close that. Also, we have to start it ourselves. It's interesting that I can't even make the macOS part so small. Okay. So instead of always passing so much code, you can also create a gist, right? If you have ever done that. So yes, because of the column, I know. I just want to check it in the console quickly, and just give me a second. Inspect. have a look. So we should receive that in our console somewhere, which is down there. And you see it's always infinity because of the column, which is fair enough. We just are interested in the width, right? So we don't really need the height. And the width is there. So for that, we can use that diamonds now and could change that font size depending on the stuff. So, and you say now there is a responsive size. So is there a text widget which gets different font sizes with an animation? I think animated font style or style, default text style. So let's see what this can do. It has a child and a duration. I think the child is the text itself. And the duration, yeah, it's just a widget. And I think that style sticks. Okay, let's see. And the duration. No? Okay. And the duration could be like 200 ms, milliseconds, 200. And make that also const. And what I would like to do is changing this font size depending on the diamonds. So if we have access to diamonds.maxWidth, right? And what we can check against is, for example, it should be smaller or bigger than K. What is the name? Compact breakpoint is bigger. Okay, then we will make the font size 84. Else, wait, like that. It's 84. Else we want to have it like, for example, 24. And we can create a font that will be final font size, which is this. And this font size can be used now here and here. This is of course a double. And here we go. I think we had that solution the last time already. We deleted it again. But let's see what Minu writes. Maybe he has also a better solution that we can use. Yep. Ah, I forgot. We don't have hot reload in Chrome. So let's start it up. So this link may fix the sizing, this text. Okay. Layout builder constraints orientation builder size config init constraints orientation. What is that size config? That's your widget. So it's an own created widget, or? Okay, I have to download that first. Let's see. Zip extractor. So many clicks. No, no, no. Let's don't do that. Up. I just want to download it. Up here. Okay, how did I manage that my text widget is not anymore part of the material? That's interesting. And now like that. So you can see if we are getting smaller, very small, so it's automatically resizing and it takes its times for the resizing. That's the 200 milliseconds that we added, which I really like. So, but now let's go back to Minu's issue, or better his solution. Let's check that out. And for Moto G, it's getting now small. The only question is why is the first text is getting now red? Render flex, that's something else. Google Fonts, cons, duration, text, weird. Okay, anyway, let's check first the solution from Minu that we got. And here we go, responsive zip. Hopefully not a zip bomb. Oh, looks good. So let's get that into our... Oh. So much stuff, so let's put that here for now. So what do we have? Screen width, screen height, block width. Okay, so we get everything. Is portrait. If the screen width is below 450, we have is mobile portrait true? Block width. Ah, and then you create a multiplier for the different parts. So if you want, for example, text multiplier, you multiply it with this text multiplier. The repository is anyway shared. You will find it down in the video description, at least I hope. Let me check. Yeah. So what I can also do is !doc website, I think. And there we have also more information. So we can try that with that size config. Looks interesting actually. So at least for all the other stuff that we don't want to create everything. So we need that as a parent for our whole app, right? So as far as I saw that, where was the solution? Here. So that means we have here the orientation builder and layout builder surrounding the material app itself. So if I'm going here, orientation builder. This is a builder function which returns something. Context. And what is the other part? Orientation, most likely. Yep. And this one surrounds by a layout builder, which is also a builder. Context and diamonds. I convert them to a block. I just find it easier to read, so like that. Okay, so what do we have here? Material app, debug, all right, fantastic. And now you say size config init with this constraints and this orientation, all right. And size config we have already implemented as a widget, but actually it's more util, right? So I moved that to utils. Yep. I think there it makes more sense. And now we can initialize that. Okay. And for our responsive widget, no, for our, where are we? But will it recreate the whole widget tree, right? So whenever we change now anything, we re-trigger the whole widget tree. It's getting rebuilt. I have that right in mind. But let's see. I think that's all right for the texts and so on, as long as we don't have too much. So we have the kcompact. So for that, we could remove this layout builder, right? No need for that anymore. We take that row, replace it by this. Like so. And the font size would be now 48 times, what is the name? Size config dot text multiplier. Same thing for down here. So 48 times this here. And the text multiplier comes from block height. And block height is calculated to 0. That makes not so much sense, or where is it set? The block height is screen height divided by 100. And the block width. Single Okay, so let's test that with a single digit. I hear that 48 is too big. But what are the screen sizes for these single digits? Is there a documentation for that, or is it just any number? We have to test how big we want to have it. Is 1 the biggest, or is it the smallest? So many questions. So for that, I will close the Chrome once more. And then let's see what we have. Sized. So, okay, that means the text multiplier I will forget that in the future, so that's why I'm adding it here, just for my my understanding. Hey, Rishab, nice to see you again. Hope you are well. So, where are we? Okay, it's getting super small with 1. Why not text multiplier? I mean, the name says it, it's for text or not? How to get focus to work on my... not with my videos. I think then you are on the wrong side. If you want to get focused, what I usually do is I trim myself so that I really don't have anything that can disturb me. So I will take a bit more time in advance. So for example, that I don't know, do the dishes and everything beforehand. And first, when I'm finished with everything, then I start with my projects that I want to work on. This makes sense. Okay, so Mino, the text multiplier is not the right thing with the height multiplier. But the height multiplier, I would say this is for containers and elements and everything. So. And as far as I know, the block container... That is also true, Robert. That works also. Or you do live streams and say the next 2 hours you do something in a project. That helps also a lot to stay focused, because if you don't, a lot of people are annoyed. I take a quick look in your app. Yeah, that's right. I downloaded it, but I have to admit I had not so much time this week. So I still have that open, but it is on my list, no worries. So you say text multiplier is wrong, even though that I'm really thinking it should be right. So what is the text multiplier for? Height multiplier. And height multiplier is the block height, which is also the text multiplier, so it is the same, right? So I can do whatever I want with that. Yep, will do. So in the Jumbotron, let's take 4. I think that's a good size. Hopefully the server is still running. Okay, let's try the height multiplier here, but still I'm not completely happy with it. And here. Oh yeah, that works. Now I removed the 2 lines down there from the console log, but I can re-add them. I think here. Here we go. So my screen height is 6 point something. That's a bit small, I think, right? So, has someone joined also the Jingo program, and can he tell me his experience? Are you happy with that so far? So here it works. Still, Okay, so the font sizing seems it's doing nearly the same like the fitted box, right? So that means if we are getting pretty small, it directly adds that size here. So how does it work with the mobile screen? Looks also good. If we change that to something like iPad, works also. And our animation is still triggered, so that even though if we can't see it here that perfectly because the performance of the web is not that good on master branch, what I can try is if I open up the macOS now and do it here, then we will see that also the animated text thing happens in the meantime. Image size multiplier. So the next thing that I will do for myself, because the block height is the screen height divided by 100, okay. So I think still that the block height and height multiplier should be the same. So if I'm going back to the Jumbotron and give here again the text multiplier, now the wiggling will stop. Yeah, that's true. Text where? Text multiplier, and here too. We are using currently the animated default text style. And with this default text style, it automatically re-triggers the whole thing. What I'm not sure about is why it is red in the beginning. So now we don't see anything. It looks pretty cool. Okay, but after a while it just starts to get itchy. I think that after a while it's also okay, but it's still questionable why. I think if we have that animation stuff running, okay, we just can't see it. Okay, that makes sense. So that means this, where did I do it? This const removal was a mistake. Where's my Flutter? Interesting. So on a desktop, it is not there. No, on the I created that on Mac, and it seems that on Mac it doesn't work like that. Mysterious. Let's drink something. Yes, no coffee today. It's just water because it is so hot that I'm afraid that I lose everything that I have in my body. So the Dart analyzers also give some problems. It seems that we use that responsive widget multiple times. So, where is this from? The responsive widget test. Okay, so that can go to the compact body. And I think also the other tests are running now failure. Okay, so our problem is at the moment, it seems that if we are getting too small, the font size is not automatically resizing correctly. So that was the problem, the main problem actually, because in smaller devices like Motorola 4G or something like that, we receive some issues. If you would like, you can take a look here in the issue itself. I can share that with you. Here we go. So the issue itself, Minu really good explained what is the problem. The problem is now with that size config, or with that, I think it has nothing to do with that size config, but with the animation that we created here, then it completely destroys the whole thing. Remove it. So let's take just the text. Just take the text, and what I also want to do is using that Google Fonts once more. So style is that Google font. Remove that, And here we need passion 1, tuck, tuck, tuck. Font size is that. So where's the issue here now? Font size modifier. Font, yeah, that makes no sense. Good. I try my best. It's not so easy, as you can see. All right, so finally my text is back there. So, and if we re-trigger that, that works. So now it's also getting dynamically sized, which is good. So this works. And if we show that in our Moto G, looks, this is now the iPad, but still it looks promising. And in the smaller device, it's also good. You can see it's automatically updating the whole thing. The only thing that I currently have as a problem, or what I think could be a problem if we do it like that, is that we have now to re-trigger the whole widget tree to re-render. So that means whenever we change something here, the whole part is creating new. On the other side, I think that is could be fine because, yeah, if we really change it, we want to have it also in the actual version, right? So could make sense. I'm not sure with that. Okay, on smaller devices, somewhere it starts then to get the overflow problem. So let's check the overflow problems out in the GitHub repo. Where is it? Here we go. So that means, for example, the second line is wiggling and getting blurred. All right, getting blurred. What means no? Ah, all right. Yeah, let's just check that quickly. But it has, right? So at a specific size, so it's getting like super small. Like if we would start that now on a Google Watch or something, it would get too small. Yep. Ah, on the other hand, I can also add that here, and then it shouldn't get the problems anymore. But I still can't see the difference between these two. I don't know. Can I do myself a favor? And now what I will do is creating for this a text widget where we have this dot to string. And what I also want to do is have the same thing, but now with the text multiplier. Hey Ayush, nice to see you. There will be also now in the future again a Flutter where we work on the Flutter repository again, because my PR got reviewed and I got some information there. Unfortunately, still the request or the issue is not completely answered. So we have there still some work, but that will be okay. So, I don't see my two text widgets. Interesting. This column widget wrap list view. Hey Mohammad, nice to see you. Huh. Such a weird issue somehow. So these two are just for myself, that I see the different parts here. I just want to read them out. Is that the difference? But if I take a look into them, they are exactly the same, right? So this is block height, and the height multiplier is also block height. So in my opinion, they should be exactly equal. Yes, indeed, Resharp. You have to switch to beta or master channel. Everything above, I think even dev channel could work. I'm not sure there. No, dev channel would not work, of course not. Yeah, beta or master to make it possible to run Flutter app web. Yeah, I will absolutely do that, Ayush. I think the problem is it is really intimidating to start with Flutter in the repository, but to ask questions in the hacker channels is even more difficult because a lot of people write there, yeah, don't ask silly questions, don't write stuff that don't belong here and so on. So I was like, let's keep it a while. Let's wait. So, okay, so both is 6. So they are exactly the same number. No, in stable it is not available because Flutter Web is currently just in beta release. They are strongly working on that, but yeah. Text multiplier for dev channel is higher than beta. Really? I'm not sure with that. Is that like that? Or font? Yeah. Expected release date of Flutter Web. You want to have it from me? That's pretty difficult. I'm unfortunately not in the Flutter team. But if you would like to know, you can't link Robert, but I can share it because I think Flutter channels is the documentation path. So this is the upgrade path, that's fine. Can do that somewhere else, but we have somewhere this releases, I think. Beta channels, dev channels. Ah, yeah. Okay, so here you can see that the version of the beta channel is at 120 and the dev channel at 121. And I think there was also a documentation about the different channels. Yeah, here we go. And I think that I can share. Whoop. But interesting for me. Yeah, so dev and beta. So everything above beta can be used to work on Flutter Web. If you want to know more when it will be released or anything, I think in the projects, maybe we find something. So if you go here to projects in the GitHub repo, you will find all the different parts that are here inside and what they are working currently on. And real-time support, but I think there is no real beta Flutter releases. Okay, so there you can maybe check out how far we are at the moment. The rise of width, not of height. But as I said, it is the same, right? It is both block height. So the text multiplier and the height multiplier. So if we want to have it on the width, then we should use the width multiplier or change it also here. So what I could do, if you insist, then I create my own one that I call font size multiplier, which is there. And now make it public because we want to work with it. Give here a documentation like font size depending on the width. And then I can make that down here and say we have that font size multiplier, which is from block width. So, and now we can use that one. Let's have a look. See, looks better. Interesting enough, and I don't know why this is now occurring, because even though there should be enough place, right? There is nothing that is make it a problem there. And what I also would like to see is on mobile screens, I don't want to have that bar down here. It should be on the bottom, I think. It is on 4 at the moment. I think we can increase it even to 6. Yeah. Good. It's getting better. Yeah, but I think we don't have to work too much on this stuff now here. So I think that's fair. Because what I wanted to say is this bar down here, I tested that on my PWA. So I downloaded it on my phone. And I don't know if I can share it here. Let's see if you can see that. I will change quickly to the following. So, and what I also will do is make my size a little. Whoop, here I am. So, and let's have a look. So if we quickly look here, I think you can see it down here. I would like to have this bar on mobile phones on the bottom. Take a break. That's all right. Enjoy your break. Okay, so that would be possible, or is anyway possible, because what is the case is that we have this different parts of the home screen. Or better, what I would like to do first is creating a new branch. Fixed font size responsive. So with that we get rid of that wiggling effect. Did we have to change so many stuff? I don't think so. So that compact stuff didn't help us. So this can be rolled back, I think. Also the responsive widget, I think it's too much to do. The size config we can keep for now. And also the test can be rolled back because we don't want to use that. So what do we have left? We have that sized config that we want to have. Yeah, I can keep that for now. The main part is now wrapped by a layout builder and orientation builder, which could be too much. I'm not sure with that. Yeah, I think that's okay for now, but I would like to have that size config in the future, maybe with media queries, that all the information here are getting calculated by the media queries. Then I don't have to re-trigger always the whole widget tree build. I don't know if this makes sense or could work that way. On the other hand, we want to have the re-trigger. Don't know, don't feel well with that. Now we remove the fitted box, unfortunately, but we have the possibility to access this font size multiplier. That's good. And in the main we have this, here it is. And in the home screen we still have this compact body, which is wrong. So I will bring back the mobile body. All right. Do we have any changes else? Yeah, so I rolled that back too. Okay, so with that we fixed the wiggling effect. Text, so. Push that up. We have an unversioned file, the compact home, which we don't need anymore, so I delete it. And now we can push the whole thing. No, I think all the different browsers do it. If you will do it on a central place, Stefan, it would be a good idea if you not calculate everything all the time. Because if you would calculate it everywhere, you will get a real problem if you have to change something in the future. So for example, if we would have on a responsive weight is 16 here, and I would now start to get the media query off and start to, whoops, media query .off context and start to receive my size where I ask for something like the width, and depending on if it is larger than something like 200, I would start now to calculate here the stuff. I think I made a mistake somewhere. But with that, you would lead to a lot of code that you don't really want to have, and you have to maintain everything of it. It's really hard there. According to Netgear, only Chrome works well and is a disaster in other browsers. Well, in Chrome, it works the best way. That's true. So if you are going to, for example, to our new website, so codemagic.app, you can see the performance here is good, actually. So you can see, I think even the 60 FPS is currently reached here. And I don't know why we are so close to the whole thing, but yep. So, and if we open up the same thing in Firefox, for example, let me check if I have open, no, Firefox, then it looks a little bit different. I'm trying to create a custom error message for text field, yeah, but in text fields I'm occupied padding. Yeah, okay, sounds good, do it. So, and here you can see it is very less actually, but if we compare it now, for example, with the desktop version, you see a little bit of jank. And this is now on my machine, right? But if you check that out in CodePen, you will see that it's getting even worse with the jankiness. So if you go to CodePen.io and we search for a Flutter CodePen, you will identify that it's massively slower than, for example, the one in Chrome at the moment. But as I said, this is all in beta and is not done yet, right? So there is a lot of work on that, and I think it's getting even better every day. So here's, for example, our city selection screen that I created. Maybe I can share that too with you. And this one has some smaller animations, and you can see already how long it loads, right? It takes ages. So finally it's done. If we compare that once more with the Chrome browser, yeah, it's a multitude faster. So I think it is just a matter of time, and I think the Flutter team is aware of that and was working on that. Are my ideas, or is it image quality? It looks better on Chrome. I think it looks better on Chrome. I don't know, actually, didn't check it. Well, I would say it looks the same nearly. But here it's on the device, it's even better. I think on the device it's currently the best. It's crazy. But yeah, so there's still some work to do actually. They are not on the end of the journey yet. So for me it's more interesting because I would like to use Flutter to create a website. Just I want to see how fast I can go and how much I can do with it. And that's pretty cool. So, and in the worst case, I see for myself, okay, I stick with Gatsby or something, then I will switch back. But on the other side, I have some fun with you guys, and so we can see all together how we can improve there. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. The colors look better. You can see that really? Wait, maybe I have to increase the lighting here. Well, maybe. Let me check. Codemagic.app. And on the other hand, I would say they are the same. I think the colors shouldn't be a difference. Black is black, white is white. It could be that some images are not crisp enough, but I think that is more related to the reason of that they are not SVGs at the moment. Can you show us something how to create a WhatsApp sticker app in Flutter? Oh, well, that should be pretty easy. I think a WhatsApp clone there is already, especially in CodePen. So with that, you should be able to just copy that. And I'm not sure what you're meaning with the sticker app. I don't know what a sticker app is. CodePen, WhatsApp, Flutter. Yep. mkeysoft. This guy is great. So he creates fantastic CodePens and a lot of clones for that. So if you want to take their look, just check him out. He makes really fantastic CodePens. And the benefit here is, I think I took now the wrong one because I have live. But if we go to edit, for example, okay, let's go to his channel. Then you can also see the source code, how he created this. You saw Mariano Serralo, he was also multitude now in our Flutter news. So you will find, for example, Spotify clone, embedded Flutter, WhatsApp, here's the whole source code. Like so. It's the latest version of Flutter, dev build version. So at the moment I'm working on master. So latest would be the answer. I can maybe show you what I'm working currently with the Flutter Doctor. Hopefully no updates, hopefully no updates. So summary. And here we see it. So I'm working currently on the 121.0.80 pre-121. Yep. So. Okay, so what do we want to take next as an action? We might manage now to fix the font sizing. I think I'm happy with that so far. We could maybe create a PR for that first before we go further. I think here. So I will create a PR. Compare and pull request. Good. I will link that to our new our issue. So fix the wiggling animation. Yep. I think we can create it like that. I could even link that video, so. Nice, congratulations, Robert. I think to Android, so you want to push it directly to the Google Play Store and really create the app in the Play Store, or what is your plan there? So, okay, first PR is created. So if you want to take a look and review it, if I missed something or made a mistake somewhere, that would be fantastic. I add that also here. And in the meantime, I will challenge the next task. So I really don't like that we currently have on the right side, or on the other hand, that's also fine. Flutter, actually, for jobs and so on, I hear it now here in Europe, it's getting better and better. So for example, here in Munich, there are a lot of jobs here in Germany, and we got also some requests from Spain, England, and so on and so forth. It highly depends if you want to work remotely, if you want to travel a lot. I think then Flutter at the moment is really good. But I can't promise you a secure job, right? It is still just 2 years old, and with that, it is not the newest technology. It is a very new technology, and will always have a hard time to get competition inside of big companies. I don't know why it is like that, but it is like that. So bigger companies don't really, they want to have proven stable frameworks that are working and that they know that they are working. And additionally, I think Apple is also not making it so beautiful. What I'm using as a backend. So at the moment, we don't have anything like that. We would like to start with a headless CMS in the future. And that should be our backend. You don't have a job, Robert. So do you want to have one? Maybe I'll find someone. I can connect you. As I said, it highly depends where you want to work, I think. I like the comment from Simon Lightfoot, who said create your own jobs. So if you don't have a job with Flutter yet, so create content, do your stuff, and also develop your applications. And yeah, so you will get jobs in the future. Because we have to prove different working people that they have, that Flutter is really production ready, that we can use it. Also your story, oh geez. Okay, I see. the problem is always the visas, right? If you're in India, for example, and you want to work in Europe, it's very tough to get a visa, as far as I know, especially now with the whole sickness stuff. Yeah, I think Fuchsia will be the best part. If Fuchsia getting released and gets a good market input or entrance, then it's getting interesting. Okay, so now I should work on something, right? Just sitting here and waiting till the day is over. What I would like to have is like a small animation. Whatever image we have here, at the moment we have it really static, so nothing happens with that, right? So it would be cool if it's getting like a little zoom effect, not really big, but just a little bit. Fantastic, Viraj. I really like to hear that. Fuchsia. Fuchsia is a good... I know I shouldn't get away from my topic, but Fuchsia is a fantastic part. Fuchsia is an OS like Windows, for example. So you can install it on all devices. It should work on like an Android part. They promise that it works on a computer and so on and so forth. And I can share maybe the link to fuchsia.dev. Google Fuchsia Wikipedia. All right, will do. Fuchsia Wiki. Ah, isn't it beautiful? The best flower in the world. No, I should add Google. Sorry for that. Was not funny. Ah, down here it is. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Up. So let me share these links. One and the other thing is that. So you can even create it already. So the beta phase is there. So you can download and try it out yourself if you are interested or if you have the technical experience. Because as far as I know from Dimitrio, he told me that it's not that easy to just install it. Exactly, it should be on desktop on mobile simultaneously. It should be the next Android. Okay, so how does it work here? We have that now. And then we should also work on our design once more. And I think AKS had the idea that we should get rid of this animation on the left side, because if this is animating all the time and this is animating, it could be very disturbing. So maybe we should also tackle that in the future. So how can we create an animation? Yeah, but this is always the case, right, AKS? So if you want to get a new technology into it, always takes time. Isometric 3D. Is it a package? No, it's something else. Ooh. Isometry is a method for visually representing three-dimensional objects in 2D. Do you think I can do something like that? Yeah, extension for graph. With fixed, okay. Hey there, trending codes. Or Hasnantai is more of the name, I think. How are you? Long time no see. So isometric 3D. So I think we can use the Lottie files, right? Hopefully we have there something. Lottie files, isometric concept animation by IcanX. So let's have a look if we find one. Because I think I'm not able, or I'm not skilled enough to create a smart, nice Lottie file or animation in general. Because I still don't have the tools like Adobe, which is very expensive, so still can't use that. It's like... Up. Perfect. Now I have also a job engine here on my channel. That's fantastic. Thank you guys. So it's like 3D animation illustration are free versions that can be added in modern that Lottie. Okay. So where do we find these things? Can I just search for that? So if I search for, how do you call it? 3D isometric. Okay, they all look not really mobile related. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, they cost some money, but $6 I would be able to pay, I think, for something like that, if it looks amazing. Oh, even that. This would be free even. Are they even free? That is crazy. There's so much work behind. Would you be happy with that purple one here, or? Yeah, do that, and we can talk about it here on the channel, and we can see if we can increase your business plan, because I know how hard it is to test one. So I would be taking this one for now. I think, I don't know if it's working with the blue white background so good, but it looks just amazing, right? I think my computer dies slowly because everything getting slower and slower. So I love this animation so much. Yep, it looks really fantastic. And we can add background colors. So let's... Ah no, I can't change the background. Okay, it's not really the background color that I know. You can modify the colors, really? So I thought I'd download this now as a... Edit layer colors. One small thing. Let's create a free account, or you can look. Okay, so this will I do on a second monitor quickly. Up. Let's make that small. So what do? I take the Google account, I think. So let's do that together. I think you are maybe also interested. Oops. Can I not put that here? Yeah. This will help us tailor your experience better. How do you best identify yourself? Well, I would say developer, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's okay. All right, no worries. Maybe you can send me them on Twitter, then we can work on them together. So how would I do that now? How I know that these Lottie files can be imported somehow. There is a URL for that. I think let's check first the package. If I go to pub.dev, I can search for the Lottie package. And here we go. Or better, the Flutter Lottie. Use Flutter supports both iOS and Android. That sounds good. Does it support web? No. Or at least not yet. Only supports changing color and opacity through value delegates. Okay, more delegates will come later. Example in the repo. Okay, that sounds pretty easy and straightforward, Hasanan. So let's try to install it. Up. Do I also need the other Lottie package, or is it included? Let me see. Dependencies, packages to depend on Flutter Lottie? No. SVG 3D animations. Ah yeah, okay, so that's why we can change the color. Cutting those cards. Ah, okay, so the cards are not getting cut, right? They are just like that image. I think it's just a background image at the moment. Oh, it's 20 people. I'm getting crazy. Hey, everyone. I think it's a new record at the moment. Add the animation SVG currently work like that. I don't know. I will just try it. Let's see. So I download this JSON, I think as a Lottie JSON, right? Yep, here we go. So, and now I will go to the IntelliJ, and you said I will create or add them as an asset. And here in the assets, I will create my Lottie folder, I think. So, Command C, Command V. And let's give that a better name, because I will not remember that. That will be my mobile home screen animation. Too long. I will be famous one day. Can you imagine 3,000 people who know me? That is like so crazy. Don't even know how that looked like. I saw today a picture from 3,000 people when they gathered somewhere, and I was like, okay, I wouldn't talk in front of so many people, or I have never talked with so many people at once. It's like crazy, it's just crazy, really. But I'm really proud of it, I have to admit. When I saw my logo everywhere and I'm using it now, and I think Namecheap got also a question again if she wants to get a speaker again. And she's also out of this world happy, right? It's amazing what it solved us. And Namecheap actually got a Flutter job. Like she has now in Munich a Flutter job got. Yeah, it's also a lot of work, but I love it. Lottie file, right? So how do we implement that thing now? We have it in the UI, screens, mobile home, get dependencies. Thank you. I will tell her. Or you can tell her this afternoon. The thing is, Namecheap is not really, or has not started as a software engineer. I guided her the last couple of years when she tried to learn it, or when she learned it, and now she's even more happy. Ah, Namecheap, there she is. It's even better, you can tell it to her. So we have our mobile home and we have the desktop home. And I would take it in both screens, and we have that hero image, right? And currently we just have this image asset which we return. And here we want to have now the Lottie. Lottie from file, I would say from file, on view created file path. Okay, I try now again around, so that could be that it doesn't work. And I see that the Lottie package actually has some documentation issues. So what I will do is I will go to the documentation once more from Lottie and hope that something in the package is there that explains how I can use it. Lottie Flutter example. So we have Lottie view from URL. We pass in the URL, autoplay, loop, reverse. Okay. And on view created. From file, we have a sized box, which gives it a specific size. Okay. Maybe I should do that same, right? So we pass there a sized box. Yep. A complete redesign with a new style, 3D animation, and take advantage of the work already done and then just modify. But first we need to visualize to create. Okay, that is a good point. Maybe for the next session we will make an Adobe XD session where we don't code that much, but we will really think about how our website will look like. And then we can just test it. I don't know, these Lottie files, can they be used in Adobe XD? So if there is a package or something. So we would add that here. Hey, Flutterist! We are getting full today, full house. So there is, where is it? Ah, up there, the plus icon. And if I'm searching for Lottie, maybe we have a chance to directly work with that. Anima, prototype and export HTML. No, that's not it. Ah, it is Anima. Publish a website with Adobe XD, Anima, publish live websites or user experience, videos, Lottie, GIFs. Okay, so let's go. Okay. And I have to line. Okay, that I will do the next time. But it sounds very interesting that we can use that directly. Then we can also import the whole stuff. Fantastic. Sorry for everyone who's liking more Figma instead of that. But I hope that is okay. And hey, wow, that's a long name. Mohammad Reza Rezi. Okay. That's gonna be first level page. Well, actually it should be, because our current page is still my daily nightmare, because it is good enough, but if I'm doing following. So this is a website, right? For WordPress, nothing else behind. I think we worked like 3 days on it. And we don't have a template or anything, but what grinds my mind is if we go to the Google speed test, and I don't know if it will be better with Flutter, but if we go to that and we do this, then the nightmare starts, because what it is yeah, it's not performant in the end. In general, I tried to improve all this stuff, but even with my self-hosted websites and everything, but yeah, I'm not a web expert, so yeah, I couldn't fix the issues there, and it's like, oh, what is that? Okay, it's even worse. So it's even broken. Okay, but anyway, let's stick with the Lottie part. Lottie file from file. We have the file animation path. So file path is our asset slash. Oh, WordPress itself, really? I never thought about it. At the moment, I thought maybe I should create a Gatsby page, because Gatsby seems to be very fast. But to be honest, I don't want to work with React anymore. It's like, whoa, you have all, or with, it's like, I don't know. If you once have the joy of typed language, you don't want to miss it anymore. It's just like, no. So on view created. Here we go. Actually, I don't see why. Yeah, let's go for Flutter Web. Exactly. So that's why we are doing this stream, right? And because I currently don't have time to develop anything, only if I'm doing it on a video, I'm sitting here with you. Yeah, we will tame this beast. So assets, Lottie, mobile home screen. Then we have to get it in pubspec.yaml, of course, right? Because here we have only the image. Assets, Lottie. Flash. So. And what will be this on better to use Lottie assets? Okay. Do we have that? I have only from file and from URL. Is there also a from assets? Lottie view controller. No, I don't have anything else. It's maybe because I'm using Lottie Flutter. I don't know if this makes a difference, but it seems that this is the problem. Does the other package is better for that? This will be also working in, maybe I took the wrong package. That would explain a lot. Okay. That explains a lot. Why didn't you stop me, guys? Okay, perfect. So the hero image we have, and now we most likely have Lottie dot, no. Okay. Provider builder, and then we have Lottie builder asset most likely. And let's take that and let's see what it wants. It wants to have a name, so give it in. What do we have else here? Width, alignment, height, fit. Okay, so let's fix it to a width and a height, because I'm afraid that it takes the whole space that it gets. And I don't know how much space that is. Do I need anything else? Repeat, reverse, option, onload. Onload is just a function. But it seems that this should already work, or? Use your code. So main level trace. Thank you. Well, it's not really a series, right? It's just live streaming and working on it. So I think it's even harder because in a real video and if someone has prepared everything, it's always like you can follow easily along. But it's very nice to hear that you like the content so far. So where's our stuff? Aha! Look at that! It immediately worked. I don't know why it has to be purple in the background. It could be, or it would be better if it's dynamic, but fantastic. Wow, I'm currently, but this is Mac, right? So let's open the whole thing on Chrome just to see if this works. And the background color, you said you can change that somehow. Delegates, onload, image provider factory, animate bundle, edit in JSON, yeah. That's not our style, that is so true. Yeah, but the JSON is pretty, well, I don't want to say complicated, but nearly impossible to solve for me. Is there a Lottie editor or something? Lottie editor. Drag your Lottie file here. Okay, let's do that. Let's drag the Lottie file to one of the Chrome browsers. Not this one. And I can't come to the other. It fights with me. Okay, forget it. Maybe I have to make this one. Oh, no. Oh, it took it. Oh, fantastic. Nice that it actually works. So the background here, and the background could be anything, right? Is that editor for free? I think so. And what I also wanted to do is, and this is what I forgot now, if we search for that Lottie file once more, I think I have that somewhere in my... Here we go. I would like to add a special thanks for the guy into the README, that we don't forget that. Let's be a developer. Yeah. So README. So it's just my way to say thank you to the guys who prepared that stuff. To the creator of the Lottie file. So, and we should make that with this, then it's getting ordered. To match the background white, well, I hope it is white. Can we also make it invisible so that we can just take the background that is behind it? Layer visibility, that I can just remove it like this. And then we just take the image itself. And I could even imagine that we have a second screen that is coming up or something. I think that's pretty cool. So let's download that once more and let's see what happens. Yep, fantastic. And we go to IntelliJ. We replace the Lottie file. Yep. Overwrite. So, and now I think that's, this doesn't work. Forgot about it. Click. This is now just a test, right? I mean, it would be fantastic that the background is not visible, because then we can put behind whatever we want and it would always float around, and we can maybe have a short shadow below it, I can imagine, where it looks like that device would floating somewhere, but I don't know even if it is necessary. I think AKS has their more ideas. It's always great to have a good designer at your side who's telling you what you can improve and what you can reduce, especially as a developer, because we tend to take the easiest path, right? No, reduce the size of the editor. I have to close that. Maybe there is a plugin for IntelliJ. Let's have a look. Plugins. And we can search for Lottie. Lottie IDEA, basic viewer for your Flutter Lottie animations. So you're right, there is something. Thank you, Oleg. It's in a very unstable version, so let's see how it turns out. So what does Chrome say? It's a good timing to make some, adding the FHQ, letting this running up and go. Maybe also share our flutterexplained.live website. There's also our Discord channel if you want to join. Yep. Is there anything happening? Wait, I have to put that on the second screen. Yep. I don't know, it seems that my machine is getting now too hot because, yeah, the temperatures are rising. I'll try to close some stuff off, especially that GIF stuff. Maybe that is eating the memory. Do you say GIF or GIF? Is there, or yeah, hard G or soft G? I think there is a lot of discussion surrounding it. Syncing with Mac. Ah, yeah. So you see the background is really taken over. So that is fantastic. Look at that. And because of the shadow behind, we immediately see also that stuff. The only problem, the background music is missing, really? Yeah, that's true. But that's already pretty cool. I think now if we would remove that blue bars behind, so if we get rid of the background image, we are already in a pretty cool state. It would look already pretty nice. We have it in the mobile home. No. Home screen, scaffold, navigation bar, expanded. This one. So I removed that for now, and I think we can get rid of that whole image. Voila. I said it from the beginning. Yes, you did. And what I think right now is that we don't have only one image. It would be cool that we have one image that stays and another image that comes fly into, if that makes sense. So maybe we have that is getting bigger or something, and then we have another one that is moving inside. Yeah, we have also services, that's true. I would like to offer one service in the future, in the next couple of months, where we have a one-on-one consulting. I would like to add that. I just don't know how, so that will be one part that I want to solve. But I think that is perfect. What I will do is now I will commit the whole thing again to a new branch. because we are coming to the end of this session again. So not quite, but slowly, right? So let's say we need, so we create a new branch, added a Lottie file. And I wanted to see if the viewer from the Lottie file is working. Not here, Lottie. Okay, so there is something. Okay, no. Yeah, I think that JSON is too large to make it visible, to index it correctly. Java FX, okay. All right, let's restart it. But I can imagine that really looks great if we have like two animations that would move inside, and then we add also the services or something. And I have then a lot of ideas that we can add there still in the future. But you are right, I think it would make sense to increase the Adobe activity a little bit, that we take a look how it could look there. Yeah, that's true. Especially if you invest time, right? If you always try to improve it, then sometimes it looks really great. Lottie. It seems that this is buggy, that plugin, so don't use it. Yeah, could be. I hope so. So that's why I will add now a little bit more, I think, if I can. So I remove that again because, yeah, it doesn't work. Nice try. Yep. Not now. Okay. Fair enough. So I wanted to push the whole thing. So we improved the README file with the text here. That's great. We have added the Lottie package. That's good. The Lottie package itself, is that file large? So from the file size? SVG extension? Oh, did we still have that? Yeah, true. I think we don't use that, right? We can't. I think there was a problem, but let's keep that for now. So I would like to know if this file size is very large, because if it is, then no, I can't imagine, because then a lot of people would have announced already that they don't work with Lotties. So still I would like to take a look if I can. So no, not here, it would be here. Reveal in Finder. Yeah, that's true, unfortunately. Oh, cool. So the Lottie files are also extremely small with 63 kilobytes. Is Flutter SVG, is it a third-party library? I'm always not sure with that. I thought it is part of it, or Flutter SVG? Or is it really not supported by them? That would be really a bad thing. D&D, no, it seems to be from someone else. And it is from this guy. But he's from Google and Flutter, so it's not really a third party, I think. Let's follow him. Oh, there's no support, okay. I will, Minnow, let's check your issue again. In the meantime, while I'm pushing the stuff, I think let's push that. Yep, so desktop home, we removed that image, that's fine. Here we improved that a little bit, that's also fine. All right, that's good to know. Can you share that with me, Stefan, in Twitter? I would really like take a look here there. And what I want to do here is also take that size box. I can't yet because it's not part of that PR. But in the future, there would be a to-do that make it animated depending on the screen size. So to-do, animate size or change size box depending on screen size. Fine. So here we have that, and that should add a Lottie file to the project. Well, what can I say? It is not established yet, so you still have a lot of issues that you wouldn't have with technology like React, Vue.js, Gatsby, or something like that. So it highly depends on what you want to achieve. If you would like to have a stable application for your business where everything is typed and you can be sure that the development and maintenance is relatively low compared to the others, I think it is fantastic. Do you expect a perfectly balanced application that has already proven its value on the market? Then Flutter is not the best, or at least not that good at the moment. It highly depends on what your project is like and what you want to achieve with it. But to be honest, we work now the third session or fifth session already, I don't remember. And currently I can't complain, right? It's really, really good. We have to think about some stuff, but I think that is already pretty cool. So let's check out the video from Minu in HD this time. Let's see if we can see what the problem is. Play. Yep. Okay, I scroll a little bit. Aminu told us that the text is blurry for him, so let's have a look. I mean, I can understand that it's getting a little bit fuzzy, but the question is it worth to invest so much time now to try to solve the problem? Okay, so I will take a look, but I think that is at the moment not my major priority. Sorry, Minu. But thank you very much for reaching out there. Maybe we can find there's still something. The problem is I don't know where exactly or how exactly we can fix that, right? Especially if I can't reproduce it on my machine, so I can't see when it's fixed. Super Scene Pro. Create your own unique character. So this is all with Lottie at the end, or how does it... Oh. Oh, cool, you can work with Blender there. That would be amazing for Vinu if you can take a look there. As I said, you can also create a PR for that. So if you have a solution, create a PR. Like I did, so you would get your branch and... I closed Chrome, sorry. New window, fantastic. And then... this is the next step, okay. Don't confuse me. Alright, Stefan sent me already the link, I think. It's the Ask Me Anything session from Flutter days. That's fantastic. So I can share them too. No worries. Yeah, so this is the wiggling problem, and I think we can also create a pull request for the other thing, right? So adding our Lottie file. This is now for the project, this one, and the milestone I don't have. Good, and then we can create that. Thank you, Stefan. So awaiting triage, it is in progress. Enhancement in that case. And that's it so far. And the other one is a bug fix, right? Bug. So, Minu, if you have time and you want to work on that issue anyway, this is now the addition with your file, right? Where we added this orientation builder and layout builder. And I think that will work for now, where we added this part, we have this part. I think that is perfectly fine for now. That solves at least one problem. So I will approve it. I can't approve it myself. That's okay. And I will squash and merge the whole thing. Yep. And what I also will do is the same thing for the Lottie file project. I think we can check that once more, that all the files are correct. So we added this, that makes sense. Then we have that Lottie file. Desktop home.dart. That would be fantastic, AKS. If you have time, send it by Discord or send it by Twitter, then I can take a look. And then we can maybe decide next time, and I will make a poll with the multiple ones. And then we can decide which ones we should take together. So this is our pubspec.log, and this is pubspec.yaml. That looks all good. So I would say we can also squash merge this one. Voila. And let's have a look. Oh, I think I closed Minu's issue again. Sorry for that. I will reopen that pretty quickly. Or what? Maybe I can do it even better. Maybe we can make that voting offline so that we can get it before we start with the stream, so that everyone has an understanding for that. I will think about how we can solve that the best way, so that if you are not able to join the stream somehow out of any reasons, then we can work on that. Good. So adding hero animation with Rive or Lottie, I think that was... I forgot to link that. So closed, we go to the enhancement here. And we link the issue for adding the hero file. Cool. Good. And what I usually do if something like that happens is adding a screenshot, but my machine is fighting at the moment. All right. Are there any more questions that I should ask, or that you want to ask and that I should maybe solve? Yeah, sure. The reason is the whole stream and the whole videos are for the community, right? So if you have an idea, I want to implement that, of course. And even the website, it's for you guys at the end. You want to join there and watch what is on that website and so on. And also it's getting also interesting if we do some stuff like, for example, if we want to add, I don't know if we want to do, I don't know, whatever. So we can try everything, right? Machine config, please. What means machine config? My machine here on this Mac, or... and I've nearly forgot, we have another issue that I want to add. So let me check quickly, new issue. And what I would like to have on mobile devices, the bottom or footer should be on the bottom of the screen. And my problem with that is, if we make this one smaller, there shouldn't be a padding on the bottom here. So that's also interesting. Not good. So if the screen is too small, we have to take a look here with that screen size too. So I will add this screenshot up here. I hope so. I mean, if it's even in Flutter, no, if it's, wait 1 second, I have to do a difference here. because nobody will understand. I need an arrow or something. Can I add that here? No. You see, I never work with this edit tool from Apple, so I have no idea how it works. Ah, here we go. No, can we make it red? Down here maybe? Not bad. Oops. Let's make it. Ooh. Okay, so everything is possible with that thing. Like that. All right. And I think, should we also create an issue for the bottom overflow, or should we put that in the issue from menu? I don't know, I think blurry text is something else, so I would call that an future issue for responsive design. Can just take the same. Up. Label, this is responsive. Well, that is a good idea. Instead of writing this in front here, I will add a label that is called responsive. Edit labels, new label, responsive design. You have to add a navbar leaving only the logo, maybe the letters. Below text to the animation, he insists on working again. Yeah, as I said, we will do that next time, so there will be anyway a lot of discussions if I'm opening up the Adobe XD work. And I think that would make sense then we can all discuss about that stuff. So responsive design, and also here in that... Oh, it didn't save my other issue. Unlucky. Ah, okay. Somehow it saved it. Anyways, okay. So you see the whole GitHub stuff is really, really complex. You can do a lot of stuff. The next stream for the website will be most likely on Saturday, most likely. Or else maybe Friday, maybe, nah, but most likely on Saturday. I will let you know as soon as I can. Sorry that I'm always a little bit, how can I say it, quick in my decisions with that at the moment. Hero animation, okay, we've done that. Okay, fantastic. So if you have any ideas or if you find something that we should improve here on that website, just go to the repository, add an issue, I will review that, try to triage it as soon as I can, and then we can work further on that. All right, so CI/CD is also running already, so you can see that on that yellow dot here, and it's pending. So most likely the other build is not run finish yet. We can always see the playback, no problem, that's true. But I know a lot of people want to be part of the decisions, like if we make a poll or if we talk about some stuff, and then it's always bad if they are only, or on the other hand, this is maybe a reason why they should be there when I'm making the live streams. Okay, so preparing the machines, all right. Oh, the last build took 8 minutes, interesting. For number 13. Ah, yeah, that's true. I can check that out. Hey, Akshay, congratulations. So it's a Flutter app. Well, why not, right? If we have the time. I mean, yeah, I think 5 minutes we can still invest. So let's check the Google Play, search for, what is the name? Bot Lovin. Oh, there are a lot. Is it this one? Wow, looks pretty fantastic. This is Flutter, right? Cool. So if you're interested in that, you have that also here. At the moment, if you take a look into the last episode, Charles, you will see how we implemented all with CodeMagic at the moment. And what happens with that is it getting deployed right away to a website called flutterexplained.codemagic.app, which is a part of that. So at the moment, we just deploy it here. But I can make I can show you in the next live streams also how we can deploy it somewhere else. This shouldn't be a problem. With Docker and Google Cloud Run, Azure Container are the best options. Okay, so maybe we'll work with Docker even in the future. To be honest, I have not so much experience with Docker, but maybe this, and also not with cloud programming. So maybe this is also a first time for me again. So, but I can also share this one once again. Here we go. And yeah. I mean, if this is running through, I just wait till the tests are running through. Is it this 8 minutes just the testing? I mean, or 10 minutes? I know it's 10 minutes ago. It was running in 6 minutes. Good. But the testing is still taking a while. Maybe the analysis is also pretty fast. So the question is, why are the tests so slow? Let's have a look into the build configuration up here. I think the tests are currently pretty slow. We are testing it on Chrome. Maybe this is the reason. I think I will remove that for the future builds just because it is a bit slower, I can imagine. So with that, it is running on the Dart VM and the tests could be there a bit faster. Could be a problem maybe in the future, but let's see. Docker Savi, so the whole part, so the whole tech stack. So if you have the time, AKS, could you add that also to the to this document here? I think that was the name. Then I will take a look, at least like ideas or something, additional ideas. So testing, come on, should be ready by now. Is it the right document actually? Yeah, I think so. So you should have documentation rights there. So just I can add here, wait, I put that down. So we can add here maybe a second paragraph somewhere, like or further ideas. And maybe tech stack. And underneath tech stack, we have something like Strapi that we currently use. We use Flutter Web. And further ideas is what we would like to work on next or something like that. I make this with a heading too, I think. Up, and this also. And I see right now that this is maybe like that. Steps for the live stream, yeah, something like that. Yeah, that would be amazing, really. Okay, so website is done. How is it looking? Still on testing, 3 minutes. Oh no, running and building web. So we compile the whole thing. And one more thing, Charles, if you are interested, I have also how you can deploy it to GitHub pages. So there we have a video series, or I created a video how you can deploy something, a Flutter web project to GitHub pages. Maybe this is also interesting. Yeah, but I think 3 minutes testing, I think that could be faster. No, I didn't use GitHub Actions. It is more that like mdweber.github.io. So these are the GitHub pages where you just push up to GitHub, to your GitHub local repository, and it will automatically create the web project that is inside. Okay, publishing happened, so fantastic with that Flutter explained website. If we refresh the cache, so you're very welcome. So, and now, hopefully, if nothing else. Yep. So, we updated, no, that looks not correct. So maybe it takes quite a second longer, or is it the next build triggered? No. Preparing, cleaned up, published. Maybe it just takes a second. And we have to fix the favicon, so if that is also something on our list. Okay, unfortunately it doesn't update out of unknown reasons. So we have a chance with incognito mode. No. Okay. Anyhow, as soon as it's getting updated, let me know. I think it will happen in the next couple of minutes. Serverless would be also an idea. Alright, so thank you very much for joining me today. It was a fantastic session again. I hope you learned something. I learned a lot. Lottie files are amazing. This is what I have in my mind. Next part would be that we understand how we can improve our design a little bit. Maybe I will also watch some videos and make some ideas on tutorials how I get better with design and that I can share with you. So like understanding color schemes and so on and so forth, because I am okay-ish with designs, I would say. But as always, you can improve everywhere, right? Maybe we even create our first dribble together sometime. And until then, thank you so much for watching. It was a very good job today. Thanks for all your support as always. And see ya the next time. See ya, guys. Till this afternoon, Namecheap and I have a stream together, right? Don't forget that one. See ya.